Hey boys, I'm so excited to show you guys this video because in this video I will tell how I did 3.6 million in revenue in Q4 last 2024. So make sure to, take a notebook, whatever, to write everything down because this video will be a shitload of good information. So as you see, we have 6 different parts which I want to basically talk about. So first of all, we have the last Q4, what revenue did I do? Then we have the lessons that I took from it. Then we have the creatives that I used to scale that hard. Then we have Facebook ads. What did I do in the ads? What went good? What went wrong? Then I want to talk about the emails. Of course, email marketing, very important, especially in Q4. You want to stand out. And email marketing is basically a way of adding extra revenue for basically free. And then 6, the game plan that we will have this Q4. So let's start, boys. Let's get it. So let's start with, of course, point number 1. As you can see, we did 3.6 million in revenue in the total time of Q4. And in Black Friday, Cyber Monday, we did around 300k, which was a record days of mine. So I'm very proud. But we are going to destroy the record this Q4, of course. So now I want to talk about how were we able to do it. So first point, testing products based on data. We weren't just random testing. All the products that we tested already had some proof of concept. So I was really prepared like crazy. Because when Q4 was starting, I made sure I already had the products and I didn't need to basically still find the winners. Because I see a lot of people make that mistake. It's Q4 and they still need to figure out their winning products. And that's a big mistake. Because in Q4, all the big brands are going to spend crazy money, and if you still need to find your winners when Q4 is already happening, it's going to be very difficult. It's possible, of course it is. Everything is possible in life, but you make it yourself way more complicated. So what did we do? We made sure we prepared everything like crazy and we already had our winners ready, all by proof of concept. It was already running. That's it. Constant new creative input. This one is really important to basically making sure the product stays alive. So everyone can find a winning product, everyone can scale it for a bit, but not a lot of people can keep it alive for a long period of time. And then I'm talking about months, not weeks or days. So what you need to do if you want to scale a product for a long time, you want to have a consistent flow of new creatives, because e-com is a creative game, a numbers game. So if you want to keep your product alive, you want to add creatives, because it's not possible that people will buy the same product over and over again if they see the same creative over and over again. So you want to test new creatives. And then analyzing best performing creatives. So what we always used to do, and we still do it, is testing a shitload of creatives. And then instead of just taking the ones that are working and scale them, we are going to read the data from the best performing creatives, but also from the creatives that didn't work. So the best performing one, we took them. Okay, we read the data. How are the creatives looking like? Are they UGC creatives? Are they pictures? Are they videos? Whatever. We need more of those. That's the most important thing ever, because you have your own data in your own hands. You can see your own ad manager and see what's working. You don't always have to go to use spy tools to see somebody else's data. You're seeing your own data on your own screen. Okay, this creative is working. We need more of this. This one is not working. Why is it not working? Okay, then we know we can't use it anymore. And also you want to test new angles. So don't only test angles that are already working for you. So let's say a specific product for you is working really well and you are going to make more of those creatives. That's very good. But also make sure you test new angles that you didn't test before, because then what's happening, you have multiple angles that all are going to work. So that's amazing. And in that way, you can basically scale a product for long term. Scaling on profit, not on revenue. Very important. I've made this mistake before, and I was basically, scaling just for the revenue. But now we were very sharp on the profit margins. We wanted every euro, every dollar, whatever we took into the scaling to have as much as possible a profit basically, instead of just revenue. So sometimes it was possible we had a winner that might have a higher ROAS, but we decided to scale another one because the profit margin was just higher. Okay, so it's not always about the revenue, because maybe the cost of goods are very expensive for the product. So this is very important, and that's why we had a very good profit margin, as you can see. Winning offers, same thing as the testing product based on data where I talked about. We made sure our offers were already doing very good before Q4 started. The only thing we needed to do when Q4 was here was basically just scaling the ads, because we already knew the products, we knew the creatives, but one of the most important things, we knew the offer that was working for every product. And same thing for this. If you need to figure out which offer is going to work for you in Q4, you're already too late, because testing offers is going to take time, it's expensive, but it's necessary. Because if you don't know which offer is working for each specific product, you're leaving so much money on the table. So that's a really important one. And we tested so many offers on different products that we knew on every big winner, this offer works the best. So for example, for some product, what we did was a free gift on that product. And that was just a bracelet, for example, that was like €2 cost of goods, but it made the customer think they got something really expensive in the product. And for another product, it might be a one-on-one free, for example. You know, you can name it. I can name thousands of offers, but not every offer is working on every product. Supply chain management, this one was the one that we struggled the hardest with, because we tested so many products. It's a pain in the ass to manage your supply chain. We only want to use high quality products. And if you're testing so many products, that can be a bit difficult, because not everything from China is a good quality, as you guys know. So that was a pretty pain in the ass. So we had very good contact with our supplier. And how we basically managed it to do was, by the time we tested 500 products every week, we can't control 500 products a week. That's just not possible. So what did we do? We tested them that all without checking the quality. Then every product that we wanted to scale, we checked the quality. So let's say 100 products of the 500, we want to go to the next level, the further testing phase. Okay, now because they're potential winners, potential scale products, we want to know the quality before we scale. And then we can check the quality. So let's say of the 100 products, maybe 80 of them are good enough, because I asked them to send pictures, to send feedback of the product. Is the product how the AliExpress is saying it as well, for example? And then the 80 products that we have left, we scale them, you know, and then still after that phase, we have deeper and deeper checks. Backend system in place. Really important one. This is your customer service. This is your supply chain. This is your email flows. This is basically everything that's not on the front end. You need to have this very strong. So for example, we had a very strong team management set up in Monday.com. I always use it. I still do. I used it for years. So we saw what everyone was doing. We had daily meetings sometimes with the managers in my team. I did have daily meetings. So the backend needs to be 100% strong. Email marketing was something we still slept on for a bit. It was possible to basically take more revenue out of the email marketing, but it is what it is. This year we will definitely focus on email marketing more. But a side note, last year it was more of a dropship store than we have it right now, because last year almost everything was fully dropship fulfillment, and now it is a lot of stock as well. So we have way faster shipping. So that's going to be a huge change. And we made sure with the email flows that basically everything was prepared like crazy. So way before Q4, we already discussed everything. So we didn't have like a week to prepare everything. We made sure we designed everything like crazy. We wanted to stand out of everyone else, because everyone is going to send emails. And we also had a shitload of backups ready. So for example, the ad accounts, whatever you can imagine, we had it prepared. It didn't happen, but let's say something flew out, we made sure we could replace it. So believe me, let's say you have everything set up perfectly, you can scale to amazing numbers, your life is about to change, and something like your ad account shuts down, you're going to hate yourself if you didn't prepare it. So this is basically how we did 3.6 million in revenue and 300K in Black Friday, say by Cyber Monday. Point 2, lessons. what lessons did I learn? Because we did make a shitload of mistakes. Of course, every painful mistake is a playbook for growth. You can only grow with mistake, boys, of course. The first thing, we tested too much at once. As I said here, at one point I was setting 500 products per week, 3 till 5 creators each. Of course, it gave winners, but it made the system messy and hard to track. So a lot of people know I tested 500 products a week. I'm still very happy I did it because it brought me a shitload of winners that I still have. But also it's a pain in the ass to manage it, to check the quality of the products, to see everything in the ad manager. Customer service really hard to track. So this year we want to keep that a little bit lower. Underestimate back-end pressure. On 100k days, fulfillment, supplier response time, and customer service were pushed to the edge. We had moments where we almost broke the system. So this is something that can happen to anyone. We prepared like crazy, but still it was a very, very stressful period. And that's because we scaled with so many products. For the most people, when they do 100k a day, they maybe scale with 10 or 5 products. We scaled with more than 100 products that all did 1k a day. So that's very, very good, but also very stressful. So we had the fulfillment, which is really hard because they had so many different products to send. Of course, they need to check all the products, so the response time of the supplier might be very hard. And because the customer service team needed to check on every other product, it was also very hard for them to basically manage all the products. Next one, relied too much on brute ad spend. ROAS 4 looked perfect, but some of that came from spending aggressively without testing enough new angles in advance. So, as I said, I tested so many angles, but it wasn't enough. Because, like I said, ROAS 4 is amazing, but if we prepared it even better angles, even better offers, we were able to do, a ROAS of 5, maybe even 5.5 or 6, which is a total crazy number. But we were scaling really, really aggressive in Advantage Plus campaign. So some products were getting a shitload of spend with not the highest ROAS. So if I prepared that a bit better, I'm 100% sure we did a better ROAS as well. So more money, more profit. So that's something I'm going to do better this year. Cash flow management. All the people in Ecom know this problem. If you want to do big numbers, you need to spend big, and that's not free money or anything. Delayed payment processor payouts, which limited scaling harder on peak days. So from that moment, when Q4 was around the corner, we switched from payment provider, and I'm still using the same payment provider. It's a very good one, it's a private one, and I'm very thankful to them. They're an amazing company. But at that point, because we were a new store joining them for them, of course, we were new, and they did weekly payments, which was a pain in the ass because I don't have a money tree on my back, guys, okay? I don't have all the money in the world to push the ads, especially if you're going to spend big. As you guys can see, of course, we spent more than $1 million in Q4. I don't have limited millions in the bank or anything to push that. So that was a struggle, but we survived and we got all the payments. We didn't get any hold, so I'm very grateful for that. But that's something we also want to improve. Underestimated the back-end pressure. Spent too much time fixing problems instead of executing the game plan. Campaigns weren't scaling to the max because I was chasing small problems. As a founder for a brand like this, there's a chance you will always basically put out the small fire. So then there's a customer service that's having some issues, or just small problems with the quality of the products, creatives, customers, emails, all the small things that I don't need to spend time on because I only need to spend my time on making more money. I can sort everything out that's not basically going to kill my business instantly or make me more money. So that's something we can improve on as well. And then, of course, the new approach. How are we going to improve this year? So as I said, I tested too many at once. I tested too much at once. So we want to narrow the focus earlier. Now I double down faster on clear data instead of spreading attention too wide. So instead of scaling with or testing with 500 products, we already have so many products, and we want to take the best product that we truly believe in. We can scale the whole Q4, and we're going to take them and scale with those products instead of just 1,000 products and scaling with them. Underestimated back-end pressure. This year I'm looking in supply chain agreements, more VAs on customer service, and pre-built systems before we scale. So don't get it twisted. Last year we built crazy systems for it, but the systems were a bit laggy on some periods. And that's okay, because then times like that are the only times that we can truly test the systems on a high volume. So for example, the Monday.com system, we needed way more tabs, but you can't like change that system in Q4 because all the people need to basically get used to the system again, and you don't want that in the middle of the war, for example, right? So that's something we're going to already improve. Rely too much on brute ad spend. Now I make sure every winner has at least 5-10 creatives, variants, and multiple hooks before we push big budgets. So that basically makes sure every year we're going to put on that ad is going to give us our higher ROI, higher ROAS, cash flow management. This year, I've set up multiple processes and built cash buffers so money flow doesn't block growth. And of course, my main processor, we have worked with him over a year now, so we trust each other way more. So I don't expect any blocks or payment delays. And my payment time is the same as SP now, Shopify Payments. So it's just a few days. So I think everything will be fine with that one. If no, we are forced to switch to a different processor. And of course, I also have some buffers now. I was able to stack up some money in this year, so I will be all good with cash flow. And for the people that are basically struggling with cash flow management, but if you already have big winners, so you want to spend money, but you just have cash flow problems, Shopify is of course giving out loans right now if you already have some data with them, so that's a very good one. But I also have a student of mine that's doing amazing numbers, around 300k every month with his brand, very good brand, and he basically loans money of different investors, and that's also a very good way of basically managing your cash flow. If you already have your winner, you don't want to rent money from someone if you're just testing out new products. So this year we have very clear SOPs for the team, and last year it was a bit of a mess. Everyone was doing things randomly, and now everyone knows their own rule. They have one task most of the times, and they just need to focus on that. And that's the thing they need to do. And like I said, last year it was a bit random, but now we made sure everyone in the team knows exactly what to do. Sweet. Okay, now we go to point 3, and I know some of you guys are very noisy of the creative that I use, so here we go. Of course, the engine behind the millions. Like I said, e-com is a content game. Like if you want to scale big, your content needs to be good, your creatives need to be good, and the pictures on the website need to be good. And that's just a small part of the business, but that's where it starts. So, of course, like everyone knew, I'm a big fan of AI creatives. But before I start talking about it, I want you guys to know this is a year ago. AI changed a lot. So the creatives I'm going to show you here is not what I'm using today. We improved very, very hard, but these are the creatives that I scaled with very hard last year. So first of all, before I start showing the creatives, what are the benefits of AI creatives? Less competition, because if you're going to take a dropshipper creative, of course, everyone is seeing that creative in the product research tools already and are going to test with that creative. You're going to have a new algorithm push because it's a new creative, and of course, it's going to be a better quality. That speaks for itself. It's very easy to make. You can make a shitload of them in no time, so you can save time and make a lot of creatives. It's almost free to do. Like for example, now ChatGPT, you only need the premium version. I think it's almost free as well, and you can make consistent creatives with it. Okay, here we go. This were our top Picassos of our Q4. So I scaled a blazer. As you guys know, last year in Q4, these jackets were very, very big in Europe, and the way I found the product was basically just looking around in real life, and I saw a lot of girls wearing these type of jackets, but I didn't really saw all of the dropshippers sell it yet. So what did I do? I tested it. As you can see, a very UGC type of picture, and that's what I use. Like I said, we don't really use this type of pictures anymore. It's just a mirror picture with a cat to make it a bit more real, and that's what I meant with you don't want people to see it's AI. basically to tackle some things AI is not very good at doing. For example, face generation. I made sure to put the camera in front of the face because otherwise you can see it's AI sooner. So this was a very good one. Here as well, just a simple ad. I was surprised that we scaled this one that hard, but it's just a very simple picture with a very good text like daily lagging. And as you can see, they're all very differently. And that's what I mean when I test very wide angles, because there are so many creative types that can work for you. And this is not even 1% of the angles that we tested and scaled with. So make sure you test so many angles. Here for the same blazer, as you can see, faceless works very well, because if you put a face on your ad, some people will feel basically connected to the creative. So if you put off the face like this one, you basically reach a bigger audience for that specific product. And then the linen shirt, I've been scaling this product for a very long time. There might be a chance I'm still scaling it. So that's just a golden nugget. Please try to take from me. You're not going to get between my winners. As you can see, very clean AI pictures here, and then just some layout. This purple thing was not here. This is just because I did go in Canva and accidentally clicked on this button, so that's why the purple thing is here, but normally that's not the issue. And just a simple ad with they are dropping their latest shirts, and basically like a big page promoted us. So this is some of the pictures we used last Q4, and I'm still going to use a shitload of UGC type of pictures this year. But like I said, AI improved so much last year, and so did our creatives. For Facebook ads, so on Black Friday we did 100k in one day with a ROAS of 4. So how did we do it? Like I said, we did a pre-Black Friday testing. We saw the winners, and then in Black Friday we scaled them, and then we of course had the results. So this sounds very easy. It was not that easy. So let me talk about it a bit more. As I said, we did the pre-Black Friday testing, very high volume, 500 products per week and 3 to 5 creatives per product. So that's 1500 creatives per week. And because we tested so many products, what is the result? A lot of winners. Okay, it's easy as that. Step 2, I can't even pronounce this word, guys. Sorry. Like I said, English is not my first language. Dutch is, but I will try it for you so you guys can have a laugh. Identifying winners. Okay, that was pretty good. So here we go. So not only did we find winning products, we also found scrolling stop hooks, basically the thumbnail, what grabs attention in the first 3 seconds. Winning angles, lifestyle, inspirational and problem solving products, even in fashion, yes. And the best converting offers were the bundles, the discount presentations and urgency. And a combination between those basically made happen what happened. And then the last final step, but the most fun one, the Black Friday scaling. At this point, we went through the testing phase, and here we go, I can't pronounce it again. Identified winners, there you go. Which gave us, of course, the proof of concept. We went full torture and released all winners at high scale budget were pushed aggressively. So what happened? Not will this work? No, but how hard can we scale without breaking? We had a system that was so good, we were able to do a number, which is still crazy for me. Okay, 100k a day is an amazing number, and I'm still very proud I did it. Step 4, the results. Okay, we did 100k, like I said, and ROAS of 4. How did we do it? System in place to handle the order flow, a reliable supplier, very important, guys. You don't want someone that's going to screw you over, a strong back end, and I forgot to add this. I put in Dutch, I need to add more stuff. Ignore it, guys. Just pretend you didn't saw it, okay? So what did I learn? Big days don't happen because of luck or waiting for Black Friday. They happen because you front load the testing, find your winners early, and then scale them with confidence. With the volume, opportunity comes. So like I'm saying here, we didn't wait for the right moment, like, oh, it's going to be Black Friday, we are going to make big money. No, we were prepared to basically kill, to take over Black Friday. We did everything we were able to do to make sure we can do crazy numbers on Black Friday. As you can see, we did a lot of testing. We made sure every angle, every offer, every hook was good enough. So we prepared everything to do this. This is not an accident or anything. We made it this way. Point 5, emails. Okay, so as I said a bit earlier on, we didn't really took out as much as what we could. That was because we were still doing a lot of dropshipping fulfillment. So what did we do? What campaigns did we use? We did use a Black Friday teaser the day before, 7 p.m. We basically told them, oh, it's going to be Black Friday. Then Black Friday midnight launch. This one worked really, really good. Then the last chance on Black Friday also worked really good. Hey, this is your last chance to buy the product. So these are the Black Friday emails, all worked amazing. This is one basically to tell them, hey, tomorrow you need to be sharp for the sale. And these made the sales. Cyber Monday launch, Monday 9 a.m. worked amazing. It's quite bigger in the US, but it worked really good in Europe in my store as well. Then we did a holiday gifting mail, so that's basically Christmas. As you guys know, Christmas is also very, very big in UE. So that's what we did, and also did one last minute, so 5 days before Christmas, and then we just wait, and of course we used the cart abandonment email 1 hour after they basically quit the cart and they got the email, and this one worked amazing. We changed the one for a different one than normally, just for Q4 basically, and these are the results. As you can see, very good. So if you guys want to see the templates I used, send me a message on Instagram. And there we go. The game plan, the final part. What are we going to do differently? What is the battle plan for Q4 in 2025? I want to hit 250k in one day, and I want to do it on Black Friday. And even me saying this loud makes me a little bit sweaty. It makes me a little bit scared. Like, of course I do more than 1 million a month, but 250k in a day, like, I know you guys are going to see it and expect me to post it after the Black Friday. And if I'm not going to make it, I'm disappointing myself and you guys, so I need to do it. So how are we going to prepare for it? Step 1, creative arsenal. We're going to have a massive creative bank. A minimum of 20 proven hooks per product, each with multiple variants. Very important, so we are ready to scale every product to the moon. UGC plus high-end productions, AI variants. That's what we did last year as well, but this year we want to work with more real UGC type of videos and pictures as well. So we don't want any fatigue, no excuses. We want fresh ammo every day to shoot at the clients basically, okay? There's no way they can hide for our creatives. Step 2, pre-scaling data. Don't wait for Black Friday itself. September and October is stress test month. So we are here right now in the middle of September. And now is the moment we are going to prepare everything for the test products. We are testing like crazy because then next month we have all the products that we want to scale in Q4. Push 5 to 10 products hard, find true scale winners. Like I said, it's basically a shitload of testing. So we can have big products that we want to scale and double down only on the ones with stable ROAS at scale. So what we did wrong last year is basically scale all the products with a healthy ROAS. Now we want to select a few products that we really trust with the highest profit margin at ROAS and scale them for a higher ROAS. Step 3, supply chain lockdown. So secure fulfillment that can handle 10x volume. So we are already having a lot of calls with the supplier, how we can manage to do that. Of course, I have a very good one, so I'm not scared that they will basically, let me down. Warehouse on standby for fast movers. I also did it a little bit last year. For the biggest winners, we bought some stock. That's something I want to do this year as well, but it will also take a little bit for my cash flow because the products that I'm going to buy, the cost of goods, are also going to be a bit of the cash flow that's going to allow me to spend more in the ads. So it's basically very hard to meet in the middle there. Dedicated supplies lines, backup suppliers. So I don't think I need the backup supplier, but you never know. You never know what's going to happen. So we did use them, but like I said, we prepared like crazy, also with the supplier. So that's going to be all good. Daily calls with the logistics, also another word that's hard for me to pronounce, during Q4. So I'm very happy to have supply managers that can do it with them. I don't have to do the calls myself, but it can be a very quick call to see everything is going all right. Step 4, ad spend strategy. Enter Q4 with CBOs already scaling at 5K a day. So that's also a thing. You don't want to enter Q4 and just warming up your CBOs, your campaigns, because then it just needs to warm up. I want to have the campaigns all warmed up already. Ramp aggressively in the days before Black Friday, no cold start. Basically the same thing. You don't want to still warm up on Black Friday. You want to have it warmed up already. On Black Friday itself, we unleash all the stack campaigns with 50 till 100 ads set per campaign, which is very, very high. Budget to prepare 50-60k spent in one day with stable ROAS. So our contact with the agencies for the ad account is also very, very good, because I can't tell that something in the ad account is not working. You know, that's not possible. Step 5, back-end optimization. So the email and SMS flow firing non-stop, pre-Black Friday hype, midnight drops, urgency reminders. Basically the same thing as I just told you guys in the email flows, but this time we're going to do it way bigger. We're going to have some crazy designs that we want to drop, which I'm also very proud of, all made with my designer team and myself. I'm really busy with the designs still, because that's something I really enjoy doing. Also the emails is going to be, you know, made by me a lot, or me and my team. Upsells and bundles fully test in advance. Again, you don't want to test this on Black Friday itself. You want to have this prepared. A dedicated customer service team live 24/7 for the weekend. Of course, it's not always normal to have a response time of 24/7 basically, but for these days I want to have everything so sharp. Every euro that we can take, we want to take it. So if someone had a question, we want to answer it immediately. If someone has a problem, I don't want to risk a hold or whatever, that we will answer directly. Step 6, cash flow and processing. So this year we will have payment processes pre-warmed for Valmium. Of course, we already have it because I'm doing a very good revenue every month. We have multiple accounts ready in the payment provider as well, so no bottlenecks at all. And we have cash buffer in place, so scaling is not limited by payouts. We have some credit cards that I can use, like Amex, to basically go in depth to start scaling. Step 7, the last one, about teams. Every role is covered. We have the media buyers, we have the creative, we have the editors, the customer service, the supply chain managers, and these are all important. Everyone knows their own task, and all of them are really important, and they need to know what to do. SOP is ready, so no one has to think on the day. No one needs to think, hey, what do I need to do? What is my task? Everyone is prepared and can basically check their SOP to see, okay, this is my task and they expect this from me. My only job on that day is make fast scaling decisions. Like I said, last year I was busy with basically fixing small fires, and this year I only want to be busy with one thing, and that's fast scaling decisions. So that was it, boys. It was a long video. We are almost 50 minutes in. I'm not sure how much is getting cut out. I'm going to edit this video myself because I don't want to cut any golden nuggets. So it was very good to show you guys everything. I've been so proud of the results we did last year as a team. I never expected to do numbers like this. Of course, I had always in the back of my head, but now we did it, and I'm truly happy and proud of it. And this year we're going to do even better. And I wish you guys all a very good Q4. As you guys know, if you have any questions about it, please let me know on Instagram. My DMs are always open. And that's it, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I'll see you in the next one.